Apple sold 51 million iPhones in the second quarter, and that was not nearly enough. Shares down 11%.
Where do I get the bad company?
Was it really
the best company ever that had a bad week?
Was it really that bad, or is this an overreaction?
They're up against tough comparisons because last year was so strong, but there is no denying that this is the first time Apple reported declining revenue in 13 years. First quarter with declining iPhone sales since they were introduced in 2007. So there is fear going on about slowing growth, negative growth. China's a big part of that. We saw Carl Icahn has exited his entire position, mostly out of fear of China, I believe. Although he did make comments that he still thought it was a great business and probably undervalued.
What a
So he
chicken.
talked that on both sides. But all those things are true. And again, I always say we're not cheerleaders, we're analysts, so you have to look at all the good and the bad. Even with these results, they've still put up $11.6 billion of operating cash flow during the quarter and returned $10 billion to shareholders via dividends and buybacks, have increased once again their buyback program, have increased their dividend rate, so they continue to return so much money to shareholders. Stock's only at 10.5 times earnings. Now, if they're a company that has declining revenue into the future, well, I guess that makes sense. But if the iPhone 7 is strong and then it continue to be an innovative company, that signals, to me, that says that's an awfully cheap stock.
One number, though, $233 billion. That's cash, long-term securities. Now, I know a lot of that's overseas, and they're going to pay a hefty tax bill if they bring it back. But, I mean, there can't... I mean, I could have said this a month ago, and I've been dead wrong. I just can't believe there's any downside to this business, given their dominant position and given the balance sheet. But hey, we've been wrong so far.
Yeah, Ron really hit it on the head, though, when he said the iPhone 7 has to be a hit, of course, and then the 8, the rumored 8, which has many advances, supposedly, including virtual reality to some extent. Those both have to do really well, but really it's the iPhone 7 this fall that has to do well enough, because this next quarter they forecast to be even weaker than the last one, with quite a drop in iPhone sales again. One concern I have is Apple's put out so many different phone models lately, which they kind of have to. They have such a giant consumer base. But it does kind of dilute the message of what they're selling.